This feels like a very momentous task, but I'm going to remove the plastic from the windows. Okay. There's still some dust coming from up here, which I can know. It can still do with a vacuum thing.
Just a bit.
That's one. I'm starting with the bottom of this one. You know, we need to use this as a bit of a bucket.
Yeah.
Actual light.
Daylight.
Oh, and beautiful stickers.
The windows are back.
Yay! Now let's get the worst out. That's all okay. Oh, this feels good. This feels really, really good. Oh. What a time to be alive. I am now trying to get off as much dust as I can. It's not a glamorous job. A really tiny bit to work with because the other bit that we've got is for wet surfaces, which is not this. But if anything, it's good if it happens thoroughly. And then on Friday, hopefully, we can get on with plastering, like the first mortar layer, to even out the wall with the dreaded render. We have a guest. Hello, guest. This is not the way to go. No. Hello? Shall we go and try and bring you home? Let's go and do that. Come on. Only go down. Down. No, down. It was too quick for me, and now it slid under a plinth. So let's hope the cat does not catch it, and that it manages to go outside itself, bring itself to safety, but keep an eye out.
We have received yet another delivery. This time they could actually put it right next to the house, so that saves us a lot of hauling. This is our battery system. It'll help us have backup power, but it'll also give us a little bit of extra oomph once it's finally set up, because the amount of power we can draw from the grid at once is fairly limited, and this can work on a sort of a supercharging way where it enhances the amount of power that you can use at once. So that'll be good, especially once we have the kitchen installed, which has a much more high-powered hob and an oven and a microwave. So if you're using some of those, then you could very easily trip the power. Plus also, of course, we're getting a heat pump, which also draws a fair amount. So let's see what we have and give it a space.
Yay! Hey cat, I still don't trust you. A nice wooden crate.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop. And plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Ja, ik ben blij dat we aan over de opgeticht zo.
Voorzetten?
Ja, ik vraag me af of je hem dan zeg maar nu erop wil kantelen. Kan dat?
Ik wil hem ervoor zetten en dan weer recht op de hoek zetten. Ja.
Ja, kan. Ik moest wel. Ik zal niet daaronder vaststellen. Moet ik daar helpen of
Ja.
gaan we doen?
Nee, daar.
Oh, oké. Ja, ik kan niet zoveel tillen nu, maar.
Ja, soort van. En dan op dat kant op doen. Oh, it's in there.
Wow, this is massive.
Yep.
It looked so tiny in the pictures. It was really small in the pictures. It's in. Now, all we need to do is build a plateau.
I put it back in the box.
Back in the box. And we've got 4 free screws. How's that?
Yay.
And the cabinet
For the batteries.
for the batteries.
Cool.
And all of that is going to end up there in that spot. So we need to build a platform. We need to build a platform there as well for the heat pump that might one day come. Okay. Before, and now we have to wait a while until the after.
Today we're finally making a start on the actual build-up. Something that we first need to do is backfill where we took off all the tiles to be level with the render that's still on top. So we got some mortar that is suitable for this sort of filling. It won't be the final layer, so it doesn't need to be too tidy. And we've picked this wall to start with because there's no electricity or anything else that is happening here, and it's quite a small bit because we're new to this, so we'll need a bit of practice before we get good at it. But at least, as I said, there will be a final layer of plaster over the top as well. So at least it doesn't have to be super tidy, but I think it's it's the simplest area we could find in the kitchen that we could start with. So let's get stuff. Let's see what happens.
How much do we think we need? Should we start with this?
Yeah, we'll probably just make one bag at a time anyway.
Yeah.
See how far it takes us. Probably not very far, but
We have got a few holes in the wall here that we obviously need to plaster, mortar, whatever you call it, over. We have bought glass fibre mesh that we will put over these holes and then, frankly, hope for the best. We're not going to fill it up because this is going to be hidden mostly behind one of the taller units, so nothing's going to be drilled in there either. So we think that just covering it over and then mortaring over it will be fine. So cutting these up in a bit of a shape. It's got 1, 2, do we want to do all of that as well? Or?
yeah, might as well.
1, 2, well this is fine. This one's fine, I think.
Yeah.
This one we might want to do.
That one and that
This one and that one.
I suppose I will start mixing up some mortar then. We have one bag that's already torn open. So let's start with that one.
Don't forget the mask.
Yes, the mask.
Here, windowsill. We said no more dust.
Let's see how this works. Need to know if I left any weird dry spots or anything.
Probably. Well,
Well,
now what?
now we start on the wall. We'll need to make sure it's a little bit damp as well.
Yeah.
I've already pressurized the bottle, so let's spray it down a bit.
Oh, you were going to do it all, by the way.
You can do it.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's great. That makes two of us.
This is not sticking.
Okay.
Nope, this is not sticking.
Like not at all.
Not at all.
Well, that's an issue. That is an issue.
That is an issue. At least this is more handleable. Don't know if it's now too wet.
If it ends up being too runny, you don't want it to be too runny either.
No.
Don't play with it.
Well,
Do you want knee pads by any chance? Do you want knee pads?
not yet.
Feel stickier? It's a pretty thin layer, I guess. I mean, you'll be putting loads more on, so
I know, but I'm just trying to see if it...
it seems stickier.
Where do we go from here? Up? Or...
Yeah. I suppose gradually build upwards and a bit sideways. And it's pretty consistently not enough. Bottom might actually be closer than the top. Wall might be leaning in a little bit. But they do suggest sticking a 1 to 2 centimeter layer on. So do we just want to keep filling?
Yeah. Do we need to re-wet in the middle now again? Like at the bottom?
Make sure it doesn't dry before we get there. Makes sense.
I feel like we're doing everything wrong in the book.
Probably. But the next bit, we need to work it into this so it becomes one whole.
we are installing the first electrical conduits, and we're using a nail and some tape to make sure that they don't move places. This is a system that works, I promise you.
You make it look so easy.
This is not the best. There we go. No, still not. Oh no, it's,
Sure.
yeah. There we go. Okay.
Misschien kun je af en toe even een ding afleggen.
Dit is wat nat. The mix is not the right consistency. So let's try and fix that a bit. After adding a bit more dust, mortar, we're going to give it another try. Let's see what happens.
So here we are a few days later, things have dried, and we can really tell that, it's settling well. It's not showing any cracks, nothing weird. Of course, it's not entirely smooth, but that's absolutely fine, because the final plaster layer still needs to go over the top, and that will make it smooth. It will give a very solid base, and it's now level with the top of the wall as well. There's a few things we still have to fill, such as here, but that's something we need to figure out as well. There is at least more that we can grip onto, but some of these holes are just very deep, so we need a little bit of filler before we can fill this up, as well as needing to fill up the top here as well. So a few little bits on these walls, and of course then we still have the rest of the kitchen to do. But the start is here, the build-up has begun, so we're quite happy that we eventually managed to get a bit of a system going of how we can stick this on the wall and the sort of consistency that we need for this mortar to actually stick on. We're very happy with the progress, but of course there's a lot more to do, all the other walls, so no doubt you'll see more of this in the future as well. But for now, this is it for today, for this week. We hope you enjoyed, and see you again next time. Bye.